Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another Nurturing Astrology Nugget. Today, I want to just chat with you for a few minutes about Mercury's ingress into Capricorn. Mercury's been in Sagittarius for a few weeks, and I'm sure you felt your mind spinning. Maybe you felt a little even dizzy with all the things happening and all the thoughts and ideas and to-dos coming in. I know I have had to do a lot of extra grounding because in my mind, a lot is happening up here. And we are headed into that full moon tomorrow in Gemini, conjunct retrograde Mars in Gemini. And this is coming to a full-on sort of explosion, if you will, of the mind and all the things happening in our brains. And the blessing of Mercury moving into Capricorn is that it's really going to help us stabilize now and ground, which we need, right? I know I do. So, as I was thinking about and looking forward to Mercury moving into Capricorn, I wanted to come on and share a few thoughts and ideas and tips for you. Now, Mercury will head into Capricorn tonight, December 6th, and it will be in Capricorn until February 11th of 2023. And it's spent so much time there because we have a retrograde. Don't freak out. It's all good. Retrogrades are good. So December 29th, right as we close out the year, Mercury will go retrograde, and it will go direct January 18th. So come December 12th, right, next week, it's going to already head into that first leg of the journey. So it's going to retrograde from 8 degrees, from 24 degrees back to 8 degrees of Capricorn. Okay. So that means when it reaches 8 degrees, it starts that pre-shadow phase. Then when it reaches 24, it goes back to 8 degrees. And then it will go forward again from 8 to 24 and move on. And that little back and forth is Mercury retrograde. And the entire thing is Mercury retrograde. So we're already going to be in it next week, right? And the thing with Mercury is it is the communications planet, right? And with Mercury being in Sagittarius, we've really been expanding our ideas, our thoughts. There's been a lot going on. So it's about communication. It's about our mindset. It's about our focus. And so now we can put some feet on that. We can ground that a little bit, bring it down, earth it, right? Get practical. So communication is key in all relationships and all areas of life for success, right? So communication is so important when it comes to Mercury. And if with it in Sagittarius, it may be really difficult to get your point across, or so many things to say, so many things to share. I know when my husband comes home from work, I have a list of things I want to tell him. It's like I have a due date. This happened, and we have to make a decision about this, and this. And so this is hard, right? To have all those thoughts and ideas in our head, and how do we order them, and how do we make decisions? So Mercury in Capricorn, where it's going to be much more supported, is going to be helpful. So also communication being so important, it's a learned skill. Communication doesn't come easy to everyone, and it is a learned skill. So we do have to work at it, in terms of how we share our thoughts and ideas and feelings and communicate with kindness and respect and, mutual understanding, giving space for that. So it's another important, helpful, tool to have Mercury in Capricorn. I think it helps us do that and be a little bit more practical. It helps us slow down our minds, be more intentional with our words and practical in our decision making. And these are all good things. Okay, so to look forward to. Now, some smart uses of time then, since we are going to be going into this pre-shadow and retrograde phase, is to start organizing our ideas and plans and goals for the future for 2023 and beyond. We're closing out a year. It's closing, we can look back and assess. It's always a good review time. Man, I've actually come really far. What have I done? What goals did I achieve this year? What do I really want to do next? Or is everything changed for me? Has my idea of what I want changed? Has my, idea around what I think about what I do or what I think about relationships or anything that you're working on or dealing with in your life, your mindset around it can be extremely shifting, different and shifting. And we head into this full moon tomorrow, and Jupiter ruling Sagittarius at the last degree of Pisces. So there still could be a lot of confusion around it too, right? So don't worry if you're still feeling a little confused, okay, or uncertain about things. More awareness is going to come in big time through this very dynamic full moon tomorrow. And then also December 20th, Jupiter will shift back into Aries. And boom, we're going to feel a lot more energized, a lot more confident, a lot more, motivated. And then Mars will shift direct January 12th, and you'll start to really understand the steps you need to take for the way forward and what you want that to look for, and you'll be able to look like, and you'll start moving towards that. So it's almost like you want to get those plans in place and stay a little bit like flexible in them, maybe even have a plan A, B, and C, and options A, B, and C, and play with those, stay open and flexible, and see what information comes in, see what new awarenesses come up for you internally as well that are guiding you in the direction that you really want to go. So this is, I was thinking about quotes, I like to share quotes, and I couldn't decide on one. So there were two that came to me, very mercurial, right? So you can't make progress without making decisions was one of them. And it's tough to make decisions when there's so much happening and there's so many uncertainties, but we have to, Gemini is mutable. So we can make decisions and make moves and still be sort of flexible and allow space for things to change or other information to come in to help guide us or shift us in that direction. But making some sort of decision, and especially when we're pushed to or need to make a decision, don't be afraid to make decisions if you have to make them. Mercury retrogrades aren't like, oh, I can't make any decisions. It's just, stay flexible because new information might come in that makes you have to change that decision or rethink that decision. It can also cause us to second guess our decisions, and that's okay too. It's not bad to sort of reflect on it and slow down and rethink things, And the other one was about communication, and it was communication works for those who work at it. So finding the most powerful and effective way, and the way that feels the best for us to communicate our intentions, our desires, our teachings is really important work, and communication is key. So working on how well, assessing how well we communicate with people in our relationships, at our job, in the work we do, partnerships in work, how well are we communicating? How well are, our skills in that area? So communication works for those who work at it. So just a few smart uses of your time now would be organize your ideas, plans, and goals for that long-term success, security, and growth. Commit to a learning process, staying open and flexible to new things, new perspectives coming in, new information that can redirect things for you. Accept that things will likely take longer than we want them to. They won't happen as fast as we'd like them to. That is life and also part of retrograde time. And then also remember that anything worth having is worth working hard at, and that'll help keep you on track. Remember, keep taking those steps forward. Mercury is about taking small steps forward toward the goal, toward the, thing that we're trying to manifest or reach or complete or share. So yes, take your time, enjoy the end of the year as we get our minds, focused, organized, and grounded for the best plan and way forward for 2023. I hope this nurturing astrology nugget helps you. I'll be back for more of my Capricorn musings next week. And I hope for now, this helps you out going forward while Mercury is in Capricorn. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.